So I'm going to go over the section 3 table from your virtual lab. So the first one that you have, it gives you the name is lithium hydroxide. So the first part is it's always cation first, anion second. So my cation is lithium. That's off the periodic table. It is in what group? So what is its charge? +1. It's not hydride, it's not oxide, it's hydroxide. So that's off of your cheat sheet. It's polyatomic. What's the symbol for that?
OH.
OH. That's hydroxide. What is its charge?
-1.
-1. That's found at the top. On your sheet, it just has a negative. If there's no number, that means -1. These cancel each other. They're the same. They're ones. So really, all you have to write is LiOH. If you put parentheses around that, I'm totally okay with that. Okay. Next one, I have Ca +2 and phosphate -3. So name, what's the first name?
Calcium.
Calcium. Second name?
Phosphate.
Phosphate. The naming part should be easy. I name the first part, I name the second part. To do the formula, I would do the cross down. So I would need how many calcium?
3.
3. And I would put my phosphate in parentheses and need how many?
2.
2. 3 times 2 gives me 6. 2 times 3 gives me 6. It's balanced. It should work. Next one, it gives me the formula. So I have KClO3. Here again, name should be easy. What's the first name?
Potassium.
Potassium. Second name?
Chlorate.
Chlorate. It is polyatomic, so that all goes together. My cation is potassium. It has a +1. Chlorate, you'll have to look at your cheat sheet. It is
-1.
-1. And then I'll do one more. I have iron and what? Sulfate. Iron is a what? Transition metal. So you have to have parentheses in the name. So I have iron, parentheses. Last name is sulfate. It tells me the charge of iron, so I know the number that goes in the parentheses. I don't have to figure it out. It's there already. So iron 3 sulfate is the name. To do the formula, I'm going to cross down, so I'll need how many iron? 2 and 3 sulfate. So Fe2SO4 in parentheses 3. Everybody all right with those? Okay, then I've had a request, so let's do, what should I put up here? I'm going to do a name. I'm going to do carbon. And this isn't, and sulfide, which in reality is covalent, but to practice, this will be a good one for practicing what we're looking at. So the cation in this case would be what?
Carbon.
And it's in the front, so it has to have a what charge? +4. It's in group 14, which can be positive or negative. If it's first, it's positive. My anion is sulfide. That means I have to look at what? Periodic table. What is sulfur?
Negative.
Negative what?
2.
Negative 2. So, I am going to cross down, which would give me C2S4, but what can I do with those numbers? Reduce. So it would be CS2. And then let's do one more where we don't know the charges. I'm going to give you the formula CrO2. Okay, what's the name of it? Chromium oxide. What do I know about chromium? Transition metal. So I'm going to need parentheses. And it's not telling me the charge, so I have to figure out the charge. What is the charge of oxygen? -2, which gives me a total charge of -4. I only have one chromium. If I need to get to +4, what's the charge of chromium? 4. So that would be chromium 4 oxide. If it's a transition metal, always use the anion to figure out the charge of the cation. So it would be Cr plus 4, O minus 2. So there are some examples.